So I am going to show you guys all of my diamond paintings, or I believe all of my diamond paintings. If I miss a few, I'm sorry, but we're going to start with my book for anything that's bigger than 30 by 40. The first one here is a true 30 by 40. So with the border, it's probably a 35 by 45, so it doesn't fit in the 30 by 40 book, and that's why they're in this book. So that's the Jaguar that kind of started me wanting to get the foliage set that I call it, with the faces and the foliage. Then if I slide the book this way, there you go. You can see the Tiny Fun Cow, again a true 30 by 40. My cute little eagle, again a true 30 by 40. I like multiple eagles. Sorry, it's an owl. I like multiple owls that this person has made, and I would like to get more of these. Black Panther and a little tiger type cat in a tree. There is another version of this picture where it has like its eyes closed or something. It's a bit different. This one I call my warrior tiger. And then this purple tiger, which I really like. And again, it is a 40 by 50, so I really do like how this looks. I should work on it at some point. Then we have the owl, which is like one of the first paintings I ever did, but this one is a true 30 by 40. I wanted to see how it looked a size larger. This one I really want to do and change all the eyes to the rhinestones. I think it would look really cute. There's another picture similar to this with just like cats, or one with just dogs or bulls. I'd kind of like to get. I don't remember exactly what they look like or where I saw them or anything else, but I'd kind of like to get a few more pictures in the similar style that I've seen before. This one, again, is one of the first ones I got. At this point, you could find this picture all over the place for a few bucks. I think when I got it, it was like 12 bucks for that picture. This little cute cat and German Shepherd. I was a little sad with how the cat looked. It doesn't quite look like it's going to turn out as well as I wanted it to, but it is still a cute picture, and I do plan on doing it at some point. This one, I don't know why I haven't done yet. I think it is so beautiful, and I haven't done it yet. It does have writing on it. It's the only canvas I ever wrote on. And that's because it doesn't have a DMC number. I actually have it kitted up somewhere, which is slightly a problem now because I'm not quite sure where I put the kit for it. So the Tiny Fun Dog, it looks a lot darker than I expected it to look with this one. Then we have Cardinals Christmas scene. Doesn't look the greatest. This is a pit bull puppy from AliExpress. It looks pretty. It is a double-sided adhesive. I took the top off and put parchment paper over it. It is also darker than I expected it to be, though. I don't know if you guys can make out the little pit puppy in there or not. This canvas, I want more from the seller just because I love this canvas so much. It says it's a 25 by 35, and it's talking about the drill area. So it lists the drill area. The cat is kind of cute. I like this style. I like this painter. There's a painter that does these animals. I'm not sure if these are done by him or inspired by him. It's kind of like a square with like dummy circle-ish in it. But the canvas has this material back. I don't know how to explain this, but it's a material. It's not like these. It's kind of like a fur type stuff. And because of that, it does collect a lot of cat fur. But because of that, it doesn't really bend. It doesn't. So I really liked that about it. Also, if you can tell, they printed the border in black around the drill area, so the glue doesn't extend over. You have this printed border that the glue doesn't go on right before your drills. So that was really cool. So I really did like what that seller does. Sadly, though, I think, or should I say maker, because they had multiple sellers selling their canvases on Amazon. Sadly, though, I don't think they're still doing it. I think they just have their old canvases, because I tried contacting them on Facebook and didn't get a response. They gave you a Facebook card with the paintings. This one was kind of an interesting buy. I got this one with a set of pins. It was basically, I got the set of pins like 50% off, as well as getting the painting for free or something like that. And I had 2 paintings to pick from. And this one looked pretty. Not that the other one didn't look pretty, but this one looked pretty. So I got that guy. This one is a square, and it was like $2 or something for a square, so I decided I'd give it a shot. It looks okay. It kind of looks a little muddy, but it is a square, so it probably will look clearer done. This one's another square, and I might do that one for Christmas this year. This girl I think is gorgeous. I don't think you can still get her. I think she's gone, but I think she's really pretty. I like to do her. She's kind of like a demonish lady. I really like this orca, and again, it's another one of your odd sizes. It's a 30 by 50, I do believe it says. Yep. And it has, you know, more just blue, black color palette, but it looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Then we have the cute little doggy posse, and I'm happy that that one's in like a true 30 by 40. This one, it's kind of sad. I wished it turned out better. It looks so dark. I'm not sure how well that'll be readable once it's done, because it just looks so dark. And then the 2 filigree cats. And I showed you a comparison of the 2 filigree cats. This one's like an armored royal cat. There's the koi, which again doesn't have a code, but in the code section it says koi. So I guess koi for the code instead of random numbers and letters. Then you got a black cat with flowers. Doesn't look as bad as some of the other ones, but it still does look like it's going to be rather dark and kind of just like a mush of black for the body. The eyes look like they might save the picture. Then I've shown you guys a comparison on these 2 tigers. The bull with the wall, I kind of like a lot of these type ones, and I've only got a few of them. Also, by the way, these are 35, so they're true 30 by 30 square, so they don't fit in the book either. This one looks really pretty, and again, in this larger size, I think it does it justice. This is why I say these true 30 by 40s are my favorite, and why I think pretty much every painting should be at least a true 30 by 40, and not just a 30 by 40 full canvas. Is because the drill area being that extra 5 centimeters bigger. Look how much more detail you have in the bird and everything. So then we got the, what is it, Van Gogh Starry Night cat. And I like this seller because they do the true 30 by 40s. Same with this one. The butterflies I've done a comparison on. Then the smiley dog, I got that one with the cat. They were both on sale for like $3, and they're true 30 by 40s. Can't get better than that. Lady that I unboxed in my Shein haul, in the lighthouse from my Shein haul. This one is from Temu, but they also have it on Shein. This one was Temu Snake Girl. I think she's really pretty, and she actually has dummy circles, but she looks gorgeous, and I would like to try to work on her. This one, I knew it was going to be pixely. Maybe I shouldn't have got it. I thought, you know, it looked okay finished. Looked like you needed to view it from far away, but looked okay. And I just, it's 6 cats on a bookshelf. And they now have multiple like bookshelf cats. They have one that is bigger, like 40 by 70, I think would look better than this one. And then they have like single shelves with a cat in 30 by 40s now. This eagle was from Amazon. And that's it for the ones in this book that are not done. Then at the back are my done ones. I've shown you these 2 foxes in my comparison video about them. This empty page in the done area is for ones I have hanging up. This cute little owl, I had it hanging up for Halloween. I finished it last Halloween. Then we have the all you need is loving a dog, which is very true. And I know one of you guys is going to love this because you said you like the German Shepherd stuff. And little pink purple wolf with the flower in its mouth. I think there's another one of these in a different color that I'd like to get. Again, this is a double-sided adhesive from AliExpress. You can kind of see the name behind there maybe. Then this bird I got in a bigger size because I wanted more detail in it. But the way they did the yellow splotches in this larger size, I'm not sure if I like the more detailed larger size or the smaller size better. Just because of this. Like if I took out a few of these yellow spots and kind of made it like, it's supposed to be a yellow outline around each feather. So if I were to take out some of these spots and make it more of an oval, like a U going down the wings, I might like it better, but as it is with so many yellow dots spread out, eh. And then my tiny fun kitty cat and sunflowers. I've seen a lot of people do this in a 30 by 40. Again, this one is more of like a true 30 by 40. It's from Tiny Fun, so I'm guessing it had drill circles. And I think it being just that extra 5 centimeters bigger gives you a lot more detail. So I know a lot of you guys have seen somebody finish this painting. Like I said, this one says it's a 30 by 40, but it's a true 30 by 40. So I know you guys, some of you guys have seen this painting before. I know I've seen a few YouTubers finish this painting. So you guys can maybe compare theirs to how it looks in a slightly bigger size. So again, that's why I scream true 30 by 40 or bigger is great. Don't get me wrong, there's some really good 30 by 40s, but just that extra 5 centimeters more, giving me the actual drill area, not the whole canvas area, does so much better. All right, so that's it for these ones. And this book was kind of expensive. I think it was like 30 bucks for this book on Amazon. It might have been a little bit cheaper. I think I got it on sale, but I think it normally is around 30 bucks for this book. Whereas my other books are like 12 bucks a book or something, so quite a bit more expensive, but I wanted to put them in a book if I could. The even larger ones, I don't think you can even get a book for them if you want to. So I made something for them, and I'll show you those next. Alright, so these ones are the ones that are even a little too long for another box I made. So this is just a project display board I got from the dollar store. Now they're selling a smaller version of this, but yeah, it works nicely because it already has the 2 folds, you know, keeps them kind of folded in here. So we got this gorgeous colored bird from Temu. We have my multiple animal painting from Temu that I'd like to get to. The gorgeous thunder tiger. The colorful angry dragon. Little, I call it an alien rainbow cat because it doesn't quite look normal. So it's an alien rainbow cat. Then we got my De Los Muertos lady. And she looks like she's going to be a little graffiti heavy, but she looks like she should turn out nice. They call these like Chinese opera ladies. I think there's a few of them. She's a little small. She actually doesn't have to be in here. She could go in my other box. But anyway, they're a little small. It's a 30 by 60. I think I would like her in like the 40 by 70 or something. This one, look at all the flowy fur on this pretty cat. And the pretty flowers around it. This one's just in here because it is. This is a rhinestone with a few special shapes. This one I got on Amazon for, hang on. Alright, sorry, the dog alarm went off. This one I got on Amazon because it was on sale for a nice cheap price. It's a nice Halloween scene. So that, again, might be one I want to do for Halloween coming up. This is my gorgeous gray and white skeleton. I think this one is so pretty. I actually got this in 2 different sizes. This one's from Tiny Fun, which was from Amazon, and is a 30 by 60, and I do believe the other one's a 40 by 70. This 30 by 60 looks really nice. So does the larger one, I think. This one is from DIY Digital Art. It's a nice multiple dragon. I don't know how well all the little dragons are on the outside is going to turn out, but the focal dragon definitely will turn out. I thought that was pretty. And then my flaming skull horse. So that's what's in this box. Again, a few of these probably don't have to be in this box, but the ones in this box are, for the most part, ones that are too long for my other box. So they do stick out of the top and the bottom of the box just a little bit. And nothing else is around them, so they're safe like this, but as you can see, they are kind of stuck out of the box just a little bit. Mostly what sticks out of the box is the border. So if it gets too bent, I can just cut it off and the painting's still completely fine. Now I'll get the next set. So again, we have the same style project display board, sorry. This one I changed a little bit though. I bent the side edges and I put a border around it. This is a foam board from the dollar store as well that I glued all the way around. So the paintings are in the foam board area. And then the box closes enough to keep them pretty clean, especially with the other box laying on top of it. So we have, oops, this is one of the ones I never finished. We have this colorful cat. If you can tell, this is all still stick. I didn't finish it. I didn't cover it. I just kind of was done with it. I liked the way it looked, but then when I started doing it, I was sick of how patchy the colors were. And like this whole area is this big chunk of blue, and I'm like, why when it's not like that big here? So I started putting random colors in. Like this yellow is probably supposed to be blue. This green is probably that same blue. But I changed that up so it'd be more spotty because I didn't like how solid those patches were when all this was so spotty. But I like how colorful it is. I don't like that it's patchy colors, unlike the cat you saw earlier and stuff where the colors swirl into each other or something. You'll see that with these two as well. Again, this cat's another one that's not fully finished. So finished enough that this won't stick on it. It kind of got a little tortured, so drills are coming off of it. It was treated very badly. It's kind of cute. It was just a little more patchy. I think I lost drills or something for this one. So yeah, those are my two of my whatever ones. This one I'm pretty sure I've talked about. I finished the pit. He's fully done. But I tried to do all this orange and black, and you can see the black through the orange. So I peeled it off, and when I peeled it off, I took pretty much all the stick with it. So I don't know how well other drills will stick to it. I thought of just cutting this pit out and putting them on some poster board, or cutting them out, putting them on another canvas and doing black on that. I'm not sure what I want to do, but the pit doesn't look bad. He's cute. I just didn't like how bright the orange was around it. He is a little bit muddier than my other pit that I like. Then this cat is another one I sadly didn't finish, and I really did like this one. This one's another AliExpress one. Another double-sided adhesive. Very soft canvas. But it's a pretty cat. Sheesh, it is so soft I can't even hold it. It's a pretty cat. I, however, spilt drills. They said they'd send me new drills, and of course, they never did. So it got set aside while I was waiting for the drills. Never went back to it after that. Then lastly in this box, we have another Tiny Fun. I think this was like one of my first larger ones and my first ABs. And I hate how they did the ABs in this. I am not a fan of the ABs, I guess. I mean, it's okay when they're spread out in him, but for some reason, this whole corner is ABs. And then since they're black ABs, they kind of have like a green tint or something to them. This is a 40 by 60, so. It's a nice tiger. I don't like how long its face is. It kind of looks like its face is stretched longer. Like this nose bar should not be this long in my opinion. But it's another painting. You see this one all over the place in smaller sizes. And again, this Tiny Fun one on Amazon wasn't that expensive. And I like it better being in a larger size. There's two ABs in it. A blue and the black. The blue is where? Oh, blue is some of the specks in here. So the blue blends in nicely and maybe gives it a little extra sparkle. Yeah, the blue's kind of in here. So the blue AB might not be bad. The black AB I do not like. So that's that for this box. And that's still not it for my larger canvases. I still have more large canvases left. Alright, so this is almost all of my larger canvases. Other than like the two Native Americans I showed you earlier. So I printed a label on the tube here and a small one on the front of the tube. So I put them around the pipe insulation. And then this is the bigger praying skull, like I showed you the Tiny Fun one. This is the bigger one. So looks like it has kind of more blue tint to it than the Tiny Fun one, which was definitely a black and white. This one also was from DIY Digital Art. Now, when it comes to the smaller paintings, when I start going over those, I might not be able to tell you where they're all from. But these bigger ones, I seem to know where they all are from. I'm actually surprised myself with how well I've been able to remember where a lot of these are from. My memory always sucks about stuff, but apparently that stuff isn't remembering where I bought diamond paintings from. This one I'm working on, so there's actually nothing in the tube. This is that red dragon that I was talking about, the drills being too similar. So that's actually out on a board. Oh, this is a tube for the horse, which I already showed you. So nothing in that tube either. And this is the multi-dragon. So I made tubes for them and I didn't put them in their tubes. Alright. These guys aren't in a tube yet because I haven't made the labels. But again, I think these are ones you've already seen. There's, yeah, this is the Anubis and the one Gunslinger de los Muertos lady. So, got the Anubis and the Gunslinger de los Muertos lady. These ones are wrapped to go in the tubes because they were a bit longer than all the rest that were in that book, or that box. And the ones in that box I already showed you hung out a little bit. These hung out more where the painting was hanging out of the box a little too much, that I just felt more comfortable wrapping them up to put them in a tube. And actually, for the hell of it, let's put it in the box of the Fire Dragon. Or the tube for the Fire Dragon, why not? I'll forget where these are. And then another large finish with this one, which I call it my Air Dragon. They have a water one kind of similar to this I really want to get. Again, this is DIY digital art. And I changed the eyes out for rhinestones on this boy. So pretty. It is so pretty. So, there's that one for you. Isn't that gorgeous? I really do like this one. I want the water looking one to go with it. Like I said, I did change the eyes out to be the crystals. So this one's really nice. I like it. It was fine to work on and looks really pretty done. Should maybe try to find a place to hang it up because I do really like it. But in its tube it stays. Doesn't get as dirty that way or anything else. Again, none of these are sealed. I should maybe try sealing a painting, but I'm leery of it, so I just haven't got around to spending the money on doing that. Alright, on to the next stuff. So this is just a few little finishes. These are some of the ones I have hanging up around the house. This one is a little square. One of the first sets of squares I worked on. I got this from AliExpress. I was checking out different sellers' squares. This one, the drills were all nice and close together, and you could actually like push them in and hear the click and stuff. So this one was really nice for that. But you can see maybe that the drills kind of stick up here just a little bit. They don't pop off, but there's like this little river type thing here, another one here, another one right there. I'd like to do this picture in a bigger size still. Don't know if I'll ever get to it. Oh, there's another bump right here. Maybe you can see that bump. So there is a few parts where the glue sticks up. I tried everything to flatten those out. I tried cutting them with a razor blade to release air. I've tried everything I could think of. And like I said, the drills don't come off. The drills aren't pushing up against each other, but it had a nice tight spacing. And you just have those weird little imperfections that you can see where the drills are sticking out more than their neighbors. So not too bad. Was my favorite of the squares. Then again, I showed you the bigger one I got of this to try doing. This is one of the first paintings I ever did. Same with this one, which is still one of my favorites. Again, the owl was from Amazon. This one's from Amazon. This one is missing a drill or two from hanging up for years. And it's hanging up on the fridge. Kind of got something that leaked in front of the fridge and got plopped on the door. So he's a little messy, but he still looks really nice for being a few years old, right? No coating again. So I think it's held up really well for its age without being any sealed to it. And again, I really do like this one. I did have to update the way these letters went around it because they were not readable. They're still not the best, especially the way Will Steele is up here. I couldn't get it better than that. I took and did the words first in the white. That's the first thing I worked on, was these words, so there was no black around it. Put the white down, took a picture of it, stepped away from it and looked at it. It's like, do they look right? Do they look readable? Do they look like they're the same type of font? Are they in the same size? And when I got it as good as I can get it, which took a lot of taking them off and putting them back on, I then filled out the black around it and the pit and everything else, but I had to get the words settled in first, so I didn't have to take out multiple drills to figure out how to lay them out. And then this is the Indian I really like. That made me hope that other one was nice. This is a Temu painting, but she is gorgeous. And yeah, just the pants hanger to hang her up. Cheap, easy hanging, right? So those are a few of the paintings I have hanging up. I have 2 more hanging up. My multiple cats and a black and white one. The black and white one's hanging up with like sticky tack, so I'm not going to pull that one down. Alright, so here's a few other randoms. I'll show you these, and then I think I'll cut the video here, and we'll have another video with all of my 30 by 40s that are in the book. So this one was from Amazon. It's just a little lighthouse. I got this for my boyfriend to do. He was colorblind and wanted something that didn't have color to it. So he started working on the top of it, and it just, he did find it calming, he said, but he has tremors and he also just couldn't do it apparently. So I got this art board at Five Below to put my bigger canvas on. This cat picture is one of the ones I have done. I bought 2 of it. This one I tried ironing so the crease isn't as noticeable in the middle. It's still there, but it isn't as noticeable as it used to be. The canvas doesn't automatically fall in the bend shape, so a lot better. So I have this one finished. This lady is also a duplicate, and these are all duplicates I got purposely. I do have another duplicate I'm going to be showing you guys that I accidentally got, and I got from 2 different places. Alright, so then we have another one from AliExpress that I was working on that I believe I've mentioned this one. I don't like it. Everybody told me it was okay, that it wasn't bad. I don't like it. I don't like how there's no eye over here. It's so blacked out and into the body here. Again, maybe it's a shadows thing, but it just doesn't look good to me. I want it to be better. So I kind of gave up on this one. This one kind of annoyed me that it didn't look as pretty as I wanted it to. I mean, you can tell maybe that he does have a blacker shoulder and stuff, but the eyes even, you know? So that's one I gave up on as well. This one I haven't worked on in a long time, so you could just call it one I gave up on. But this was the square I'm working on. These are all parchment paper squares over it because I didn't have release paper at the time. This is again from Amazon. So I just have this corner over here done. The squares on this kind of gap a little bit more than I liked. You don't hear the clicking sound when you put them in and stuff. They weren't all square either. Some of them were misshapen, so got a little bit down here done. I was doing it sideways like this, so I was going across this top side row here, but it's a few dolphins in the sea. It looks pretty. It probably looked pretty done. I just haven't actually got back to it. So it's also clipped to my bigger light board. Like I said, I do have a bigger light board. And that bigger light board, like I said, goes on that easel that I got from Five Below. So there's those ones. And that's where I'll end this video. And then I'll show you my 30 by 40 books